Hi everyone, welcome back to the Storytime family. How are you today? Did you learn lots of new things at school? Do you have lots of homework to do today? Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down and read with us. Today we have a book called Octopuses Have Zero Bones by Richardson. Shall we get started? Let's go. Octopuses have zero bones. Zero all by itself is nothing. Can you imagine nothing? Octopuses have zero bones. With no bones, octopuses can squeeze through very small spaces. Dry valleys, Antarctica, get zero rain or snow. In this dry spot on Earth, there's been no precipitation for 2 million years. It's a long time, isn't it? Green hair-streaked butterflies have zero green pigment in their wings. Instead of pigment, nanostructures called gyroids in the scales of the butterfly wings bend and scatter green light. Tillandsia plants need zero soil to grow. These epiphytic plants get their water and nutrients from the air instead. For 2 weeks of winter in Longyearbyen, Norway, there is zero daylight. And in summer, there is 24-hour sunlight. But zero is not only nothing. It's also a powerful digit. If we place a zero after a whole number, it makes that number 10 times bigger. This is called powers of 10. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion. 1 out of 1 billion trillion stars in the universe, there is one star in a solar system. We called it the sun. There is one heart in your body. An octopus has 3 hearts. An avocado contains 1 seed. 10. If we place a zero after the 1, it makes the 1 10 times bigger. The sound of your breath is 10 decibels. It is one of the softest sounds we can hear. A helicopter sounds 1,000 times louder than a falling feather. Each time you go up 10 decibels, the sound becomes twice as loud. A falling feather is 0. Breathing, 10. Rainfall, 50. Helicopter, 100. Hermit crabs have 10 legs. The front legs have claws for digging and gathering food. These legs are used for walking. 4 of the legs are inside the shell. Most people have 10 fingers, and most people have 10 toes. Two peanut shells have 2 nuts inside. Peanuts are legumes that grow underground. Soybean pods have up to 5 beans. Fava bean pods have up to 10 beans. Mars has 2 moons. Phobos, Mars, Deimos. Hummingbirds lay 2 eggs. This is the actual size. They're no larger than a jelly bean. 200. Now let's try placing 2 zeros after the 2. What do you get? 200. Bowhead whales can live more than 200 years. The bodies of these large animals are made up of 1,000 times more cells than human bodies. There are more than 200 different languages spoken in Los Angeles, California. Here are the words for hello in 14 of them. Can you recognize your hello? There are 200 types of cells in the human body. There are about 30 trillion total cells in our bodies. Isn't that amazing? Trillion flowers have 3 petals, 6 stamens, 3 petals, and 3 sepals. Sloths have 3 toes on each foot. 3-toed sloths have 3 fingers on each hand, and 2-toed sloths have 2 fingers on each hand. All sloths have 3 toes on each foot. It takes an average of 3 days for food to pass through your digestive system. Even though they're much larger than we are, elephants take only 1 day to digest their food. 3,000. When you put 3 zeros after the 3, that number is 3,000. Cirrus clouds are as high as 6,000 meters. Same cumulus clouds can hang as low as 2,000 meters. There are 3,000 meters between you and mid-height clouds. A black bear's heart beats 3,000 times every hour during much of the year. However, it beats much faster just before hibernation and very slowly during hibernation. There is a giant sequoia tree in Yosemite National Park that is 3,000 years old. Its name is Grizzly Giant. This tree is 96 feet around and 210 feet high. The blue-gray gnatcatcher is 4 inches long. Your heart has 4 chambers. Grasshoppers have 4 wings. They are tucked away unless the grasshopper is jumping. 40,000. Now let's multiply. 4 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 is 40,000. There are 40,000 words in a typical short novel. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. This one has 26,000 words, a very short novel. Island of the Blue Dolphins. This one has 40,000 words, a short novel. The Secret Garden. This one has 91,000 words, a standard length novel. You take 40,000 breaths each day. You breathe air in and out through your lungs. Grown-ups only take 20,000 breaths each day. There are 40,000 grains in a 2-pound bag of rice. 5. There are 5 petaloids on a sand dollar. These little pores are for breathing. The Earth has 5 ocean basins: Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Arctic. Apples contain 5 seed chambers. Each chamber may have 1 to 3 seeds inside. 500,000 is half of 1 million. This is the number you get when you put 5 zeros after the 5. When you look up into the branches of a mature oak tree, you will see up to 500,000 leaves. There are 600 species of oak. These are 4 types of oak trees that grow in Michigan: the southern red oak, bur oak, chinkapin oak, northern pin oak. A trip to the moon and back is 500,000 miles. The Earth's diameter is 4 times wider than the moon's diameter. The distance between the Earth and moon is 30 times the diameter of the Earth. This drawing is not to scale. There are 500,000 children's books in the United States Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. 6. There are 6 strings on the guitar. With 6 strings and 20 frets, a guitar has a range of nearly 4 octaves. A snowflake has 6 points. To make a snowball, you need about 6 million snowflakes. Ants have 6 legs. All insects have 6 legs. Spiders have 8 legs. Roly-polies have 14 legs. 6 million. Multiply 6 by 1 million, and what do you get? 6 million. The 6th smallest state, Vermont, is 6 million acres. 600,000 people live in Vermont. The Amazon, Nile, and Missouri river systems are each 6 million meters long, the same length as the radius of the Earth. There are 6 million people living in Singapore. The Republic of Singapore is a sovereign island city-state, and in size, it is 178,000 acres. The Mariana Trench is the deepest point on Earth. It's 7 miles deep. It's in the western Pacific Ocean. The continental shelf is at 500 feet. Sunlight reaches the first 3,300 feet. The abyssal zone starts at 13,000 feet. The Dumbo octopus has been found at 4 miles deep. The deepest point is 7 miles. The most seismically active part of the United States, Alaska, has a magnitude 7 earthquake every year. Pure water has a pH of 7. This is neutral, neither acidic or basic. 70 million gallons of water fall over Niagara Falls every 90 seconds. Let's place 7 zeros after the 7. What do you get? 70 million. A lemon has pH 2, milk has pH 6, toothpaste has pH 9, and soap has a pH 12. 70 million years ago, dinosaurs were in their final years. You will probably have walked 70 million steps by the time you reach adulthood. This dinosaur is a Homalocephale from Mongolia. It was about 5 feet long. 8. Tardigrades, also called water bears, have 8 legs. Water bears are nearly microscopic animals that live in moss and other wet places. They can survive in more extreme environments than most animals. The highest note on a piano is called C8. The size of the sound waves it produces is 8 centimeters long. A standard piano has 88 keys. In most places, the largest raindrops are 8 millimeters across. When raindrops get larger than 8 millimeters, they usually split into multiple drops on their way down. Here's how big the largest raindrop can be. 800 million. 8 zeros after the 8 is 800 million. Saturn is about 800 million miles from Earth. Voyager 1 took 3 years and 2 months to get to Saturn. There are 800 million bacteria in a teaspoon of grassland soil. There are between 10,000 and 100,000 different species of bacteria in a teaspoon of soil. The first animals evolved 800 million years ago. The first animals were sea sponges, and they still exist. They don't have eyes or mouths and don't move around. Sponges can be many different shapes, sizes, and colors. 9. The 9-spotted ladybug is the official state insect of New York. Counting the number of spots on a ladybug is one way to tell what kind of ladybug it is. This ladybug was once common, but is now a rare insect. The element fluorine has 9 protons in the nucleus of its atoms. The number of protons in an atom's nucleus determines the properties of the element. Protons are one of the smallest things in the universe. They are so small they cannot be seen under a microscope. Sodium fluoride in toothpaste comes from fluorine. 9 electrons, 9 protons, and 10 neutrons. 9 feet. Our narwhal's tusks can be 9 feet long. The very sensitive tusk helps narwhals detect the surrounding water temperature, pressure, and salinity. 9 billion. Placing in 9 zeros after the 9 is a very large number. It takes 1 second for a cesium atom to jiggle 9 billion times. This is how we measure time. Measuring time with atoms is a relatively new idea. Seconds were first defined based on solar and lunar time, then later by the motion of the pendulums. The people of the United States eat a combined total of 9 billion pounds of bananas each year. That's 91 bananas per person. 9 billion years went by after the Big Bang, before the sun and our solar system formed. 9 billion is a big number, but it's not the biggest. You can keep on counting forever. It takes light 1 year to travel 6 trillion miles. Just imagine the distance the sun's light may have traveled in its lifetime. And that was Octopuses Have Zero Bones. Bet you didn't know this book was so long. That was pretty long, I have to say, but full of surprises. I hope you stayed all the way and learned lots of new things. If you enjoyed this book and would like to own a copy, the link to purchase it is in the description below. And if you haven't, do subscribe and give us a like. And click on the bell for more stories like this. You take care now. We'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.